It was the news America had been dreading.
Today, we are providing the information that an individual traveling from Liberia has been diagnosed with Ebola in the United States.
For the first time, the disease that had been decimating several countries in Western Africa, diagnosed here, in this country.
This individual left Liberia, arrived in the U.S. on the 20th of September, had no symptoms when departing Liberia or entering this country.
2 days later, the patient went to a hospital and was sent home, undiagnosed. It was not until Sunday, September 28th, that the patient was admitted into a hospital.
I have no doubt that we will control this importation or this case of Ebola.
How worried should we be? Who's at risk? Well, the only people at risk are those who had contact with him when he was sick, and then only if they had contact with his body fluids.
This is the first person unknowingly infected with Ebola to travel from Liberia to the United States. But we recently traveled in the reverse direction, into the heart of infection in Liberia, to see how efforts to stop the disease here are going, before it spreads to even more countries.
Hello. Yes.
It's been a month since I've been here.
Good.
Monrovia, Liberia, one epicenter in the deadliest Ebola outbreak in history.
We're on the way to our hotel. You know, it's 1 month since we were here before. The number of cases in Liberia have more than doubled. And what we want to see is, has the response changed?
This outbreak first started in Guinea in December and spread across the borders into Sierra Leone and Liberia, killing more than 3,000 people. A crippling lack of doctors and distrust of government have allowed this outbreak to explode. Now, international response is starting to ramp up. President Obama promising to send as many as 3,000 military personnel to build 17 treatment centers and train thousands of healthcare workers. A 25-bed field hospital to treat sick medical workers just arrived. In the capital, there are limited treatment facilities, but in many parts of the country, there are none.
We're on the road to Bond County. We're following 2 makeshift ambulances that are heading to a small village to pick up 2 patients who they hear have Ebola. One is a mother, and the other is her 6-month-old baby.
A 4-hour drive. With every bend of these dusty roads, the city melts away. These roads may be less traveled, but they've been the highway that brought Ebola from the jungle to the world.
There's someone in the village with Ebola?
Yeah, well, they have a contact.
Yeah.
Because we carry one confirmed.
A confirmed case?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have a probable case.
Yes.
Now there's another person, the baby is presenting symptoms.
And the baby had contact with someone with
The
Ebola?
the father is confirmed with Ebola.
I see.
Yeah.
And so we're getting the mother and the baby? Is the mother sick?
No.
No.
Well, the baby is 6 months, so we can't leave the mother and bring the baby.
So you bring them together?
Yeah, so it becomes difficult for us. We have to come with the both of them.
The baby does not look well. Very listless, very limp.
The mother's name is Garme, and she, so far, is healthy.
If the baby has Ebola, the baby's being held by other people as well. So you can see how easily it is to spread Ebola from one person to the other in the kind of living quarters. It's far too dangerous for me to go in there without full protective gear. It's very close quarters, and we know that the father who lives here it does have Ebola. The baby, the mom, they all live in that area. So they'll go in, they'll spray down the whole area, collect anything that's soiled, and get rid of that.
They will take him and Garme 4 hours away to an Ebola treatment unit. They're hoping to meet up with her husband, Matthew, who's been confirmed with Ebola and hospitalized there. It will be a long and arduous drive, a sick baby in a makeshift ambulance.
This ambulance, they just laid a mattress down right here in the bottom. Their mom and baby are comfortable in the back. Are you okay? Yeah?
We ride out with them, careful not to touch. But first, we need to pick up another patient.
What's happening to you? But blood coming from your mouth?
A bloody mouth, a telltale sign of a bad case of Ebola. His father, a local minister, had been given antibiotics for his son.
It sounds like you've had quite a journey to get your son treatment.
I walk 1 hour and 5 minutes from here to my village.
Yeah.
We once again head out towards the treatment center when we are reluctant witnesses to fresh tragedy.
We have to go fast now, it's getting heavier.
Matthew Lincoln, Garme's husband, has died. before she and her child even reached the unit.
Now he's being buried here in the woods, and his wife, his mother, his son are in the unit. They can't even come to say goodbye. Oh, wow. Rows of empty graves. They know what the future is going to look like here, and it's not good.
A grim reminder of how most stories here will end. But some say the tides are turning.
Good morning, good morning.
We finally arrive at the Bong County Ebola Treatment Unit. It's been set up by aid organization Save the Children and now run by doctors from International Medical Corps, supported by USAID.
4 hours by car, 2 miles on a muddy road through a leper colony to get treated.
And people do it because that's the only option they have.
This facility, only 13 days old. Too soon to know for sure if they've saved any Ebola patients. But they're getting supplies and more beds.
Started with 10 beds 12 days ago, and now we've gone to 25 beds.
You all seem like veterans.
Yeah, you learn quick.
So far, 4 American aid workers have gotten infected serving in West Africa, and all have survived.
The fatality rate is lower in Western medical system in the U.S. Than here because the level of supportive care and interventions that you can provide in that setting. Right now we are doing the best we can for the greatest number.
Back in Monrovia, we visited another hospital, Elwa 2. Here, they boast of lower fatality rates and never having a healthcare worker die from the disease. Due to my experience with infectious disease, I knew it wasn't safe for my producers to go in, so I went in alone. This may be the first time an American journalist has been allowed in.
It's getting hotter with each layer, but feeling safer with each layer too.
Suiting up this carefully, layers and layers of protective gear.
We just have to identify one another.
Very good.
Dr. Jerry Brown, a Liberian surgeon, is in charge. He prays every time he goes into the ward.
Protect us, Lord, from every danger. Once you come in here, you don't ever go back.
That's it. We're now considered contaminated.
Yes, contaminated.
60 people in a ward built for only 40. The wards the U.S. is building won't be here for weeks. America realizing we must stop Ebola here so it doesn't continue to spread around the world. My head knows I'm completely covered, but my heart pounds anyway. Ravi is a 26-year-old who caught the virus from his roommate. To him, Dr. Brown is more than his doctor. He's his savior.
No, I'm not good.
He gave you life.
This is the first time I felt like I was in an actual Ebola hospital. The incredible difference a clinic like this makes. The ability to talk to patients, to see a smile, a laugh.
Put the food in my mouth. Feed me, please.
Feed you. Feels so much better. Woo, I don't know how you do it. Dr. Brown, that's incredible.
For the first time, there is hope. For Nightline, I'm Dr. Rich Besser in Bong County, Monrovia.